Alright, welcome back everyone, Tiger Wolf here. Today we're going to be playing another demo. This one's been on my radar for a while because I'm a huge fan of the Capcom series Ace Attorney, which we will be playing full playthroughs of at another time. But this is Trials of Innocence. It is an indie courtroom detective game, probably similar to Ace Attorney, published by Right Mind 2025, so it's a pretty recent game. Very much looking forward to this. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay. Ooh. That startled me. We've got Luna Ray. I believe that's us. Stay away from me! What? Prelude. Deathbound Spectre. Alright. August 9th, 9:15 a.m., District Court Defendant Lobby. Huh? Is this the court?
法院吗？
哎，马上就要开庭了，让你在旁边闭目养养神，你突然鬼喊鬼叫个啥呢？
I did change this, but... Alright. The trial's about to start, and you're supposed to rest for a bit. Why are you suddenly screaming?
狼叔，
Chief.
因为这是个关于凶
I
宅
took
闹
this
鬼的案
case
子，
in a rush and
我
spent
实
the
在
whole
觉得
night
太
reviewing
急
the files.
昨天看了一整晚的材料，
Plus, it happened in a murder house.
结果果然刚一闭眼就开始做乱七八糟的怪梦了。
I just couldn't help having nightmares as soon as I closed my eyes.
哎呀，你这个样子，真的没问题吗？今天可是你作为律师的第一次出庭。
I'm really interested to see if I can, change it. Well, well, you sure you're okay? Today is your first time appearing in court as a lawyer.
没问题，的吧？
No problem, I suppose.
真是服了你了。
I'm speechless. Okay, let's end this chaotic opening. Anyway, my name is Luna Ray, a newly graduated lawyer who just returned from studying abroad. And this person, who appears rough and unreliable but is actually much more capable than me, is Charlie Drake, the chief of Drake and Thomas Co., as well as my senior and boss. Today marks the first trial of my career as a lawyer. But the situation right now is a bit tricky for a rookie. As for why, that's a long story. Chief, I don't think I can handle this case by myself. Hey, calm down. I've registered as an assistant to accompany you in court. The most important thing right now is to communicate with your client. After all, this is a murder case. But you only received the case last night and rushed to court this morning. There must be many details you haven't confirmed yet. Yes, this defense is completely unplanned, and I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed. Alright, let's meet your client first.
我记得，对方好像是你大学时的。
If I remember correctly, she is your senior from college, right?
没错，就是小梅我了。
Oh, cute. That's right, it's me, Plum! Wow, Luna, so this is the courtroom? It's not as gloomy as I imagined.
我还是第一次当被告呢，居然还有沙发可以坐，我还以为要带着枷锁蹲在囚车里呢。
It's my first time being a defendant, and there's even a sofa to sit on. I thought I'd be shackled in a prison van.
居然每个地方都有法警把守，好兴奋！
Oh my. Oh, there are bailiffs guarding everywhere. Wow, how exciting.
那边那个正在撒欢的人，就是你的委托人。
You know what? One second. Hold on. I think I can turn this. I'm gonna turn those off. Okay. Is that excited person your client? If anyone could act like this after being brought into court as a defendant, it would definitely be her. This seemingly unnervous person is my senior from college, Plum Swift. After graduation, she worked at a law office for only a short time before transitioning to become a detective novelist. Although it's hard to believe, her works are said to be quite popular. Just before getting off work last night, I received a call from her saying she'd been arrested on suspicion of murder. Due to the urgency, she had no choice but to entrust me, the lawyer with whom she has the closest relationship. She may be unreliable, but I know she wouldn't go as far as committing murder. Today I'll have to find out the truth and help her clear her name. Alright. No time for small talk. Plum, quick, tell me more details about the case. Huh? I told you everything in the meeting room yesterday. Why ask again? We barely had a chance to talk before the detention center closed. You only showed me some video screenshots. Wow, wasn't that super exciting? Yes, if I hadn't seen those things, I wouldn't have had that nightmare just now. I've already collected those screenshots as evidence. Let's focus on the case now. After all, during our meeting yesterday, all I remember is that shocking line, I was dressed as an evil god and got arrested. You didn't give me anything else useful. Wow! When it comes to the case, I'm currently planning a new detective novel. It's normal to dress a bit weird for collecting materials, isn't it? But who knew someone would die as soon as I arrived, making it perfectly normal for me to be arrested as a suspect, right? I don't think either of them is normal. Is this person really your senior? She doesn't seem like someone who studied law at all. The two sisters are reflections in a mirror, indistinguishable from each other, and even modern technology can't tell them apart. They appear like shadows in the night, ready to push the incoming detective into an endless abyss. Plum, your novel is becoming more and more fantastical. Is this still a detective story? Wow! Doesn't it resemble the exploring science show we used to watch together? I think I've heard of a similar case. Are you really supporting such outrageous content? It's okay, Luna. I've already gathered some information before you arrived. It said that the prosecutor you're facing today just got the license half a month ago. Feeling a bit easier now? Well, I heard about that too. It's good news for you. So today's trial is a showdown between rookies? That gives me a bit of confidence. Yep, that's the spirit. Look, I've even arranged for some reporters to cover your debut. What? No wonder there's so many people outside with cameras. So you're the one who called them here, Plum. If I lose, my career will hit rock bottom right after the debut. Don't worry, this case should be a breeze for you. After all, I'm innocent. I just pushed the victim off and he happened to die. What? What? You're the thing in the video that pushed the victim down? The destined showdown is about to begin with a rookie lawyer pitted against the prosecutor in a thrilling courtroom clash. Wow, how's that line? Wait a minute, what you just said, you didn't mention it all yesterday. Huh? I didn't? Maybe I forgot. But the court is about to begin in 1 minute. Defense and defendant, please proceed to the courtroom. Oh no, we have no time left. Wow, anyway, I definitely didn't do it, so relax. Good luck, I'm going in now. Definitely not how I'd be acting if I was, you know, in a murder trial, but sure. Well, what a unique client. Time's almost up. Take the few pieces of evidence we have and get ready. Okay. Plum's attitude is always different from ordinary people. I can only rely on the few items on hand. Just in case, I can browse through the exhibit tab in the top right corner, which we should do, actually. Okay. Okay, so we have our lawyer's license. We did that. What else do we have? Let's see. Oh. Pine Camels. Okay, that must be the person who died. Autopsy report. Time of death between 3:30 p.m. and 5:15 p.m. August 8th. Cause skull fracture. There were also extensive bruises on victim's back, consistent with characteristics of a fall. Okay, so they fell. The live stream video of the ghost hunt live streamer, a video recorded by the victim's phone at about 4:57 p.m. on the day of the incident, showing the moment when Plum Swift pushed the victim off. Oh, it actually shows the whole thing. Okay, interesting. Oh. Okay, so Pine Camel, age 20. Frailton young man, said to be live streamer, Shivery Camel in Spooky Shack. Oh my. Sinister manner with a murder. Okay. Alright. Okay. There. We've reviewed our hand. Yes, I already did this. Okay. At this point, it's all or nothing. Come on, for me and for Plum. Yes, who is hopefully actually innocent, but we'll find out. August 9th, 9:30 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Plum Swift. The defense is, ready. Let me think. Oh dear, how should I put it? The prosecution is ready. Is that right? Ah, he's playing. He knows what he's doing. Huh? Isn't the prosecutor today a rookie who just got qualified half a month ago? How come it's a man as old as my grandpa? Oh well, I did just get qualified half a month ago. Before that, I was doing some odd jobs in court. Finally got qualified now, you know. How to put it? You're never too old to learn. Oh. Could this be one of those stories where a janitor at the court finally gets qualified after years of hard work? Even such an old man has to appear in court. Maybe they're really short of staff? Just think of it that way. Has the procuratorate really fallen to such a state? Anyway, focus on the trial now. Well then, it's Miss Ray and Prosecutor Hush, right? Oh yes, that's right, I'm Prosecutor Hush. So both the prosecution and defense today are newcomers to the field. Whether the defendant in this case is guilty or not will largely depend on your performance. So please do your best. I will. Let's get straight to the point, Your Honor. Very well. It seems that both of you are ready. Please proceed with the case summary. Prosecution? Huh? Me? I'm trying to recall it. Ah, you interrupted my thoughts, Your Honor. Now I've forgotten everything. Sorry about that. So, what are you going to do now? Just wait. Oh, I remember now. Oh, you remember. This case, obviously, it's a murder by poisoning. It happened on a cruise ship, and the defendant is a lawyer surnamed Drake. So it's a case like that. What? Huh? Chief, he seems to think that you're the defendant in this case. I'm standing far from the center. Even if you got the person wrong, he should think you're the defendant. That's not the point. Is there something wrong with what I said? Yes, there isn't a single part of your statement that is correct. Oh. What should I do? Can this grandpa prosecutor really make it? He's playing with us. I know it, just wait. He's gonna transform or something. Well, that prosecutor has turned the opening into a mess. This won't do. But we can use this chance to impress the judge. Since the prosecutor is unreliable, use your speech to steer the trial back on track. I'll give it a try then. After all, I've seen the trial procedure many times. What should I say now? The prosecution's statement seems to partly deviate from the facts. So regarding the defendant and the details of the case, please allow the defense to make corrections. Objection sustained. Defense, you may go ahead. First, as you said in the opening, we're here today to try a murder case. My client, the defendant, Plum Swift, is suspected of killing Pine Camel, a ghost hunt live streamer. Is that correct? What you said finally matches the information I have. I can understand live stream, but what is this ghost hunt live stream? The ghost hunt live stream is a popular format in Japan and South Korea, similar to ruin exploration. These streamers explore eerie places to capture supernatural events, so it's called a ghost hunt live stream. In recent years, with the development of major video platforms, there have been many people live streaming ghost hunts. Here is a poster for this ghost hunt streamer. The drawing depicts his appearance during the live stream. I think I've seen this poster before. It was posted by the victim not long ago. Yeah, look at this. I do want to view the details on that. Ugh. Okay. Okay. I still don't quite understand, but simply put, it's just a group of people seeking trouble by exploring risky places, right? It's not entirely wrong. As for the crime scene in this case, it's in a high-end Chinese-style residential community. What was that subtle hesitation just now? Did you forget the name of the community? You read my mind, Chief. I took on this case in a rush, and that awkward name is indeed hard to remember. No worries. If you need to confirm any information, remember you can check the exhibit for help. Right. Okay. The name of the community where the incident occurred should be in there. I need to hurry and continue my statement. Oh, wait. Murder Maisons. Murder Maisons. What? Murder Mansion? Is there really a community with such a name? I find it weird too, but the community's name matches what was on the victim's promotional poster. That seems to be the case. It looks like the defense is well prepared. Impressive. I'm not feeling cheerful despite your kind words. Now for the next question, I'll ask the defense to help me answer it, please. For example, why was the defendant arrested by the police? You must know the reason, right? He's playing us. It's something the prosecution should know best, isn't it? Seems like Prosecutor Hush is seeking help from us. You have to step up and be the good guy. Why do I have to play both the defense and prosecution? In that case, let the defense present evidence to explain the answer to this question. This is the part where I need to present evidence to the judge. I've seen this many times. Choose the appropriate exhibit, click present, and that's it. I believe this evidence explains why the defendant was arrested by the police. Well, it's definitely this. I have a video record of the victim's live stream before his death. The content is, well, it's hard to describe. Oh, show me. Huh? Isn't this supposed to be a video? Why are these all screenshots, and what exactly is in these photos? The live video is very long and contains a lot of repetitive and irrelevant footage, so I only took screenshots of the relevant parts. Let me explain it briefly. The time of the screenshot is 4:44 p.m., showing the victim exploring the house after entering. Looks like he stumbled. At this moment, the victim appeared to be holding a selfie stick and writing notes at the same time. Subsequent footage is all in portrait mode, and the victim had already found a place to set up his phone. Then he disappeared in the screen. There was no movement for the next few minutes. The next time the victim appeared on the screen is at 4:54 p.m. when he exited towards the right side of the frame. We can also see the bruise on the victim's leg caused by the stumble. This is also the last time the victim appeared on the screen. At 4:55 p.m., a pink object appeared in the live stream. After entering the room, it hesitated and looked around for a while. It's not until 4:57 that it continued moving forward. Then, accompanied by a falling sound, a blurry shadow fell down, and this shadow was later confirmed to be the victim lying dead on the first floor. What was that creature behind? Was there really a ghost haunting this murder house? I can't completely rule out this possibility, but at least there are no ghosts appearing in this video. This pink object is actually an exaggerated mascot costume, and the person in it is my client, Miss Plum Swift. And I just knew it minutes before the trial. Huh? Then why was she dressed up like a squid at the crime scene? I think that thing is called an octopus? Wow! No, it's an ancient god called Cthulhu! What on earth is that? In a word, the entire sequence of events above was witnessed by all the viewers watching the live stream. I believe that's why the defendant became the prime suspect in this case and was arrested by the police. Am I correct, Your Honor? Yes, I didn't expect the defense to have such a clear grasp of the case details. As if you're trying to directly prove her guilt. No, that's not what I meant. My defense hasn't even started yet. That old man's giving you a thumbs up. Great job. Now you're the prosecutor. If it goes on like this, my mind is going to split. Now both the prosecution and defense are ready. Let's proceed. Well, with just these few exhibits, it's not enough to prove the defendant's guilt. Prosecutor Hush, please summon the witnesses. Wait, the prosecution is still searching for documents. Oh, now witness Miss Orchid Falcon is entering the courtroom. How come you're still searching for your documents on site? We took on this case too hastily without the chance to interview the people involved or investigate the scene. Everyone's words and actions in court, along with the exhibits presented, will be crucial. Pay close attention. That's true. Got it. Leave it to me. Okay. Oh my god, dude. Prosecutor Hush? According to procedure, I should introduce myself, right? Oh, right, I forgot. Please go ahead. My name is Orchid Falcon, the security guard and administrator of Mare de Maisons. So this lady is the first witness I'm going to question today. She looks like a very gentle person? Aren't you Officer Falcon, the police legend who single-handedly wiped out a gang of 600 thieves? Just forget what I said. Thank you, but rumors always exaggerate a bit more than the truth. Actually, the gang only had 6 members. 100 times, that's not just a bit. Besides, I'm no longer a detective. As my child grows up, I switched to a safer job. My husband is serving in the Middle East peacekeeping force, and we don't want our child to lose both parents in the future. They are truly a pair of heroic role models. Now, I am a security guard in the community. Quite the difference, I know. What a great loss for the judiciary to lose a talent like you. Wait, let me add a few words. As you've heard, the witness was a detective. She is knowledgeable about the case and has expertise in criminal investigation. The prosecution believes that having her replace me to explain the situation is more reasonable. What do you think? No problem. You've got the chance to slack off again, huh? Roger that, so I'll take it from here. please take a look at this floor plan. Oh, look at this. Well, this just seems like a live stream gone wrong. Anyway, the incident occurred in B2 of Mer de Maisons, a duplex with Chinese-style decor and a two-story structure. Because the last two owners of B2 died unexpectedly, it's been rumored as a murder house and has been vacant for a long time. More than one victim, but 3? This mansion can be visited with a key obtained through prior application. The victim, Pine Camel, had reserved B2 in advance for a ghost hunt live stream. During the live stream, the audience saw the defendant push him from the second floor to his death and called the police at once. But when the ambulance and police arrived, he was already dead, so the defendant, the only person at the scene, was arrested. I have a question. The second floor doesn't seem very high, yet the victim died on the spot? Indeed, at this height, even I won't have serious injuries if I fell, right? Seems like he cracked his head on that table, though. If you really fell, you wouldn't be here anymore. It's not that simple. About that, please take a look at the photo of the scene taken by the police upon arrival. He cracked his head on this. What? Yes, after the former owner's accidental death, a small amount of antique Chinese furniture was left unattended at the scene. And unfortunately, our victim hit his head on the corner of the altar table during the fall, which led to his death. Hit his head right on the corner? Bad luck. Let me submit these items as evidence. Alright, accepted. Nice. Alright. By the way, since you're the administrator of the community, could you give us a brief overview of it? Sure thing. The incident took place in Mer de Maisons, a closed high-end community built by a foreign enterprise. And the number of houses directly managed by me in Zone B is very small. What do you mean by small? Specifically, how many are there? 3. There are only 3 in total. Huh? Only 3? Yes, only 3 in Zone B. They are all largely Chinese-style villas, and the community is high-end. As you may know, the density of the population is an important measure of the community's high-end status. No matter how high-end it is, there's still a murder house. In addition, the property has a closed management system requiring non-owners like the defendant to register for entry and exit. Therefore, it's relatively easy to trace the personnel involved in this case. I have a report here for your reference. Entry log. I want to see that. Gimme. Boop. Alright. Orchid, on duty at 9 a.m. 1201 Pine. 450 Plum. Weirdo. Okay. 456. Bambo. One sec here. I think it was just a freak accident, to be honest. Okay. Having a lot more pieces of evidence all of a sudden, I'm a bit lost now. Don't worry, apart from collecting evidence, we can also hear the testimony. Through the testimony of the witness, we can gather more information about the case. Once the witness starts testifying, the significance of each exhibit may change based on their statements. Right, I almost forgot. If I want to help Plum clear her name, I need to find evidence that proves she's not the murderer. Witness, based on the current evidence, is the defendant really the only person who had the opportunity to commit the crime? Can you provide more detailed explanations about this? Sure. Your Honor, please allow me to report on the reasons for the defendant's arrest. Alright, please proceed. Nice. Okay. Our first cross-examination. Let's do this. At 4:50 p.m. of that day, the defendant, dressed in a bizarre outfit, walked into the Zone B of the community and we crossed paths. Yep. Checks out. Shortly after the defendant got in, the police arrived. As a security guard and former police officer, I accompanied them at once. We climbed the external stairs of B2, broke the door, found the defendant tied up on the second floor, and a body on the first. Per the autopsy, the victim died when the defendant pushed him from the second floor, causing his head to hit the altar corner. Based on the condition of the scene, it can be deduced that no one tampered with the area after the victim was pushed off. During the on-site interrogation, the defendant also admitted to pushing someone off, so we arrested her on the spot. Something's wrong. Indeed, the logic is clear and flawless. Thanks to the professional detective, I suddenly see the light. Things I didn't know, didn't remember, all came back to me. So after hearing this testimony, does the defense have any thoughts? Leaving all the important things to others, are you playing the sidekick in this skit? I have two questions. First, the bizarre outfit you mentioned is... this one. Yep. What a masterpiece, huh? The defendant walked into Zone B dressed like this that afternoon. First, I saw a strange creature moving towards here from afar, then trying to break into the community. Without hesitation, I intercepted that thing and realized it was a human wearing a strange mascot costume. If she hadn't been making a fuss there, I would have taken out a tranquilizer gun for wild animals. You're even equipped with that kind of thing? It took a lot of effort for me and the investigation officers to strip this costume off the defendant. 360-degree mesh structure on the head. Ghost head. That outfit seems to have something strange on it. I'll examine it closely later. I got that part. Another question. If what the witness said is true, is there a possibility that the defendant accidentally pushed the victim? This would significantly affect the nature of the case. If we admit the defendant accidentally pushed the victim and it led to his death, it's admitting she's the murderer. Of course, the charge of negligent homicide is much lighter compared to intentional homicide when it comes to conviction. Plum entrusted me with a not guilty defense. I can't back down on this issue. Anyway, the defense has the right to question the witness. Please allow me to question the testimony first. No problem. I reviewed the procedure thoroughly on my way to the court. First, I need to ask the witness for more details to gather information. If I find any contradictions between the testimony and the evidence I have, it's time to present it. I need to precisely present the exhibit that contradicts the specific statement in the testimony. The witness seems sharp and focused. Questioning her can improve your skills. So make the most of it and start the questioning right away. Alright. Okay, we do have a life here, though. You can ask for more information. Asking questions will not diminish the judge's impression of you. But be careful when you present. If you present the wrong exhibit, the judge's impression of you may worsen. Okay. Instead of immediately pointing out contradictions, it's better to ask for more information. Okay, leave it to me. I've got this. Hopefully. Okay. Keywords. Okay, well, we'll try. We'll see what we can do. I save? Oh, I should be saving, yeah. Why am I not saving? Yikes. Okay. Alright. Defendant pushed him. Is that true? Extensive bruises. Maybe. Actually, can I... hit the corner of the altar table on the first floor. Is that really just a coincidence? It's hard to believe. The victim's blood was found on the table corner and matching injuries were found on the skull. The fresh damage marks on the corner perfectly match the impact of the victim's fall. Considering the scene, the police could only come to this singular conclusion. According to those traces, it seems there's little doubt about the cause of death. If it wasn't Plum, then who could it be? So, the scene was already the same as in the picture when the police arrested the defendant? Yes, we acted very cautiously. Aside from taking the defendant, everything at the scene remained as it was. If you have any question, just ask me. I do have one. If everything is as she said, would the state of the victim at death really look like that? Once I figured it out, present the exhibit to the statement. Okay. The defendant admitted it herself? Yes, since she was entangled and unable to move, we questioned her directly. Wow, I did push something down as soon as I entered the door. But since the outfit was inconvenient, it was hard to confirm what I pushed. She said the same thing on site. Can you bring some help instead of causing trouble? This video served as the basis for the police response and matched the defendant's own testimony. We originally suspected that the extensive coverage of the clothing might indicate the possibility of someone impersonating. However, the defendant immediately identified herself on the screen, which greatly helped the police. Which greatly challenged me as well. Walked in zone B and crossed paths. After the defendant entered, did anyone else enter that area? No, except for the police who came to handle the case. The defendant was the last person to enter Zone B that day. I want to confirm, are there any other entrances or exits to Zone B? Or is it possible to climb over the wall with tools? If such a person exists, they'd have to stealthily evade the surveillance cameras outside the community. Then climb over the 3-meter-high fence without triggering any motion sensors or touching any high-voltage wires. And hack all the closed-circuit surveillance cameras in Zone B to completely erase their presence from footage. Such a person would probably have to be a world-class renowned special agent. Do you really think such a person was there? Of course not. I was just asking out of caution. So anyone entering or leaving this area would definitely be seen by the witness. So you only found out about the murder after the police arrived, is that correct? Yes, because it was a viewer of the victim's live stream who called the police, and I don't watch those kinds of streams. I did my best to ensure all security protocols were followed, but I still couldn't prevent the incident from happening. Now, I can only cooperate with the police to bring the murderer to justice. Feels like her gaze could burn through the defendant's seat. And the door. External stairs? Wasn't there an entrance on the first floor? It's a bit complicated. Besides, it's not really the focus of the case. Simply put, due to years of neglect, the door on the first floor was rusted shut. so we had to enter through the second floor. That's why we immediately found the defendant on the second floor when we entered. And the defendant, what was her condition at the time? She was entangled on the staircase railing by her bizarre outfit in a rather eerie state, unable to move. The police took a while to rescue her and almost alerted the fire department. Plum, look what trouble you've caused. Okay. There's that no one tampered with the area after the victim was pushed off. But is that really true? He wouldn't have landed like that. There's no way he would have landed like that. Plus, like, look at his hand. No, there's no way. Okay. And not just that, but like, he fell here. Someone fell there. I don't know if that was him or not. I don't think that's correct. Let's try. Officer Falcon, may I ask you a question? Please, go ahead. Do you believe the defendant who admitted to the pushing is the sole suspect since no one tampered with the scene afterward? Yes, the defendant's condition prevented her from tampering with the scene after all. Then there's something strange. Please take a look at this photo of the scene. The police's inference is that the victim was pushed from the second floor, hit the altar table, and died. But given the position of the body and the altar table in the photo, it's impossible, right? The body fell on the right, while the blood stain was on the left of the altar table. They were in totally different sides. At just one floor's height, I don't think the body could have hit the altar table hard enough to change its angle entirely. Ah. Well done, Luna. Very keen observation. Besides that, there's another conspicuous issue in this photo worth discussing. Anything else? The blood around the body is minimal. Is this what you'd expect from someone who fractured their skull on a table corner? Indeed, this is much less blood than I've seen in other fall scenes. I don't think Officer Falcon and the police would deliberately tamper with the scene. Could it be that someone deliberately manipulated the scene before the police arrived? That is indeed hard to rule out. Order! Order! After hearing the defense's argument, I also find the scene photo very suspicious. Could it be? Oh, here we go. Prosecutor Hush, do you have any opinion? Your Honor and Officer Falcon. I haven't caught up with your thinking. Could you please help me refute it? Oh my gosh. If so, why did you shout objection? Since Prosecutor Hush has requested it, I'll provide some explanation. I acknowledge the contradiction raised by the defense, but that doesn't undermine the conclusion reached by the police. Because it only means that the body's shift in direction relative to the altar table happened before the police arrived. This does not change the conclusion that the defendant was the only person present at the scene. But the defendant was entangled in the staircase railing and didn't have the ability to tamper with the scene. Whether the defendant was entangled in the staircase railing before the victim's death is something we cannot prove. After all, the live stream was cut off immediately after being reported by netizens. She could have tampered with the scene on the first floor before returning to the second floor. That's not what you said. What? Isn't that a bit far-fetched? She was wearing that kind of costume. But it's not entirely impossible. Calm down and listen carefully. Also, given the victim's limited fall height, there's also the possibility that he'd survived for a short time after the fall. What if the victim moved to the altar table after he fell? During the victim's struggle, he accidentally moved to the table. The movement was minor, so no significant traces moved the table were left. Oh, I understand now. For example, after the victim fell, he struggled and kicked out with his right foot, delivering a perfect spinning kick. The altar table was kicked and spun around. That's how it went. What do you think? While your description is somewhat weird, this possibility cannot be denied. Oh, so this is actually possible? Don't just accept that absurd reasoning so easily, okay? Though reluctant to admit, Officer Falcon's explanation does make sense. The inconsistency in the photo scene isn't sufficient to entirely overturn the suspicion on the defendant. But your efforts, at least, have created a slight crack in her seemingly solid chain of logic. If the defendant is truly innocent, following this crack will eventually tear apart the previous conclusions. Oh, okay, I see. Well then, as my duty demands, I will now provide stronger testimony to prove that the defendant must be the murderer. Next round of testimony is coming. Regarding the point that the defendant is the only possible suspect, please allow me to continue my testimony. I see. Please go ahead. Alright, let's go. The house where the incident occurred has a unique layout. The first floor door is totally sealed. Only the door up is accessible. And the lock on the second floor is faulty. Once closed, it'll lock itself at once, and you have to use a key to enter or exit. There are 2 keys to the second floor. At the time of the incident, one was held by the victim, and the other by the defendant. When we broke into the house, both keys were securely attached to the holders, with no signs of them being taken away. And on the day of the incident, no one else could enter the scene except the victim and the defendant. In conclusion, the defendant, Plum Swift, is the only suspect. That's all. What kind of terrible lock is this? Truly befitting a murder house. And the police examined the doors and windows at the scene and found no evidence of forced entry or tampering with the locks. But then our client is made more suspicious. Officer Falcon, I have a request. Please go ahead. Can the lock of the murder house be submitted as evidence in court? I just want to have a look at it. I want to accept it as evidence. Are you here only for fun? No problem. For further investigation, the police have removed it. Lock of the murder house. From the second floor, unique lock. Borrowed key. That doesn't look the same. Let me try. Ha! It's really stuck once locked. Looks like we'll have to use the key to open it. The murder house truly lives up to its reputation. Reputation? A murder house? But what would anyone take over such a house? Would anyone take over such a house? That's not my concern. I wouldn't want it even if it were free. I couldn't agree more. Better focus on how to break down Officer Falcon's testimony. Your Honor, may the defense start questioning now. No problem. You may proceed. Alright. Okay. On the keys. First of all, why did one of the keys end up with the defendant? The key was sent to me by Shivery Camel himself, because I was going to visit him and collect materials. They were doing a collaboration, I think. That doesn't make any sense at all. Forget it. I better not delve into her matter for now. If there's a chance for a recess later, I'll thoroughly clarify the matter about the key with her. And there are only 2 keys. Since the lock is damaged, why not replace it with a new one? It involves complex cost attribution issues, so I'll just state the conclusion. It's impossible to make any renovations to the facilities of B2 until the next owner takes over. It also means there are only 2 keys for B2, both of which were applied for by the victim. Isn't this a high-end community? Why so stingy? Why on earth is that? It would take a lot of time to explain it thoroughly, so I'll only state the conclusion. It has been confirmed by the police that the malfunction was not due to human intervention. It's speculated that some parts of the lock had aged, which coincidentally led to this effect. I see. By the way, the lock of the 2nd floor had been like this long before the incident. Which brand is this lock anyway? I will never buy it. Me neither. Okay. Layout. First floor door is totally sealed. We do have a layout picture. It does say that too. Has the door on the 1st floor always been sealed off? Yes, the police investigated and ruled out the possibility of a locked room being staged during the incident. The lock on the 1st floor was damaged by natural rust, a result of long-term neglect and lack of maintenance. What about the windows? Are there any other ways to enter or exit the house without using the door? No, despite its outward appearances as a Chinese-style villa with wooden windows, it is meticulously designed for safety with stainless steel linings and explosion-proof glass on all the windows. On the day of the incident, all the windows were double locked from the inside and outside and couldn't be opened. Can this even be considered livable? It's more like a locked room that even ghosts can't escape from. Okay. That's very definitive. Officer Falcon, it's not time to reach a conclusion just yet. I was simply presenting the outcome based on various facts. If you want to refute me, you should show convincing evidence, shouldn't you? You're right. Relying solely on words won't convince anyone. Alright, I'll make sure of that after the questioning. No one else could enter the scene. So only the victim and the defendant could enter B2. Yes, as the security guard of the community, I would never violate the regulations and allow unregistered visitors to enter. You're so sure that I don't know how to continue questioning. If you can't refute the opponent with words, consider reviewing the exhibit instead. Signs. Both keys were securely attached. That's true. What do you mean by securely attached to the holders? Miss Ray, you know something about the key rings, right? Yes, they're metal rings often adorned with various ornaments. That's right. The police conducted technical examinations on the key rings of both the defendant and the victim. Both showed no signs of being forcibly damaged. Besides, the victim was found lying on his back and his key ring was completely pressed under his body. As for the defendant, due to her peculiar state, her key was rolled up with the mascot costume on the railing. Even if there were other people at the scene, they wouldn't have been able to obtain the keys from either of them. Considering the condition of the 2nd floor lock, one must use the key to leave the house. So even if there were a third party at the scene, he would have been locked inside. By the time the police broke in? Exactly. So this murder house has truly become a locked room. Shoot. Okay. Well, faulty lock. Key to unlock. Picking. Layout. It's going to occur as the fully sealed. Only suspect. What about this guy, though? He's the only other person checked in that day. But it does say... between 3:30. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's our end. Wrong. There was another person on the grounds. Witness, is your testimony really in line with the facts? Of course, I am very confident in my well-founded deductions. But isn't this testimony the exact opposite of the information shown in this exhibit? Oh, I think I screwed up. Oh, opposite? Defense, please explain in detail. Ah, crap, I screwed up. Miss Ray? Ah. Acting on the spur of the moment. Yeah, okay. It made sense. Stuff like this makes sense in my mind, but then it doesn't make sense in the game. I have this problem in the Ace Attorney series too. Okay. Well, I tried to think it through. Both keys attached. It said that his was underneath him. Where's the altar table? Where's the altar part that was supposed to be there? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Not sure what's going on. I'm just trying to think. Okay. Signs, broken house, both keys. Can't actually see that, but obviously. Okay. Grasp the process of finding the most obvious flaw in presenting the exhibit. It's not obvious though. I guess yours to figure out how to eliminate Plum's suspicion of committing the crime. Okay. Did you notice the former police officer's professional demeanor makes her suppress personal emotions quite well? Maybe she had a bad impression of our client from the start, which might have led her unconsciously to overlook some facts favorable to the defendant when testifying. She may not even realize it herself. Ah, no wonder things seemed off. Indeed, as long as you properly use exhibits to point out new possibilities, your assertion might be recognized in court. What's this lady's name? Okay. Alright. Saint Manor. But how do I present that? Oh, wait a minute. Potentially some fans. So, there were 2 keys, but one was sent out in advance. Okay, well, whatever. I gotta try something. Well, that's correct, though. So the holders. Enter the scene except the victim and the defendant. Okay. I'm gonna try. Oh, I already did this though. God dang it. Okay. Okay, maybe I'm gonna press that one again. Victim can enter B2. Yes, a security guard of the community. I would never violate the regulations and allow unregistered visitors to enter. But how do I... Where is what's-her-face? Ugh. Where is... She said something. Why was that not added? That I was sent a key earlier. Oh my god. No one else could enter the scene except the victim and the defendant, but she said something about criminally involved, blah 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 blah. But he sent her a key. Fine, I'm gonna present that. See if that works. Testimony. Oh, never mind. Okay. Okay. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I am having trouble with this one. Okay. Okay, we lost 2 things already. That's the lock. Where's the key? Got the key. Alright, well, let's go look at the key. Attached to their holders, no other. Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna start doing stuff here. Yep, and that's not right. Okay. I feel like I kind of understand where this is going, but honestly, now it's just kind of ticking me off. I'm not really I understand, but like facts. Nope. Okay. That didn't work either. One more. Well, Okay. Okay, so we died. I'm not really sure what it was looking for there. Sometimes I get stuck like this in Ace Attorney as well, but it usually gives, like, more of a nudge. So, that was the last star. So we died. She got convicted. Sorry, don't know what to tell ya. Yeah, at this point, the court now believes there are no remaining doubts about the case. Now the verdict for the defendant will be announced. Yeah. Womp. Yeah, so... Okay, that was that. Like, other than the frustration of trying to figure out what exact evidence to present at the exact right time, and I feel like I've played all the Ace Attorney series, and sometimes I do get stuck like that, but not 5 times in a row. There's usually something, or it, like, gives you a hint, like highlighted text. Like, yeah, this was frustrating. I will admit that. I enjoy the theme. I enjoyed the graphics. I couldn't get the English dub to work, even though it said it had one, and then I just died because I couldn't figure out what it wanted me to do. But yeah, that was Trials of Innocence. Thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see you in another video. Thanks, guys. Bye!